Oh, we're live. Oh, I didn't paste the link. That's weird. Didn't I paste the link before? Let me do it now. All right, there's the link. Um, yeah, I pasted the link, but did it change? Is it a new link? Um, oh, it looks the same. Yeah, so I've pasted it already. All right, everyone. Oh, we're back to 100 subs. That's terrific. Told you those guys were totally hilarious. All right, so we're all alone. Let's share the screen. Let's go to Discord. So here we have Discord. Yeah, last night we had a very interesting debate about the Spanish flu. People got very emotional because you know, wait, my mic is off? No, okay. Hmm. All right, let me see what we got here. Crit says Big Bang created everything. What's going on? What is he saying? I don't know. I don't know what he wants to say. Most powerful. I don't know. Sage. Yeah, I don't want to be doxxed. All right. Black diamonds. Wait. Where is this new mentions? Oh, we didn't do audio check. Let me do mic check. Mic check. It's pretty good. All right. All right. So let's go back to Discord. So someone mentioned us. I don't know who. It's difficult to understand. Oh, here. Someone mentioned us here. Let me do Control F. Slave. Mention. Please choose roles. That was last night. All right. So I think we can scroll all the way down or something. All right. Okay. So Stormcloud. Is there anyone on Stormcloud? Nope. On the level. Oh, there's people. Let's join them. Good morning.
Morning.
Uh, Anybody wants to debate something?
Can anybody debate something with you? Is it possible?
Um, I would venture to say yes. We can debate it's the whether I am debatable. We could debate that. I'm
Have you
open.
changed your debate things?
No, not really. I mean,
Not really. So have you still got that lie?
if you want to prove that I'm lying, then let's go through. Let's go through the steps.
Okay. Have you changed your thing from the other day?
What thing?
Your
Proposition?
manifesto. Is that what you call it?
I don't know. I mean, I keep changing my website. I don't know since the last time we spoke if it changed. So you'd have to tell me. I don't keep, I don't know what you last saw. Mostly it's the same, but some things maybe I usually add, I usually don't detract, I usually don't change unless there's a typo or if I rethink something, but that hasn't happened so much. Um, so you tell me if there's something you want to discuss. I mean, we've been through the actual foundations of logic, and you know what I think. So I mean, you haven't changed my mind. I haven't changed your mind. So I mean, it's like a stalemate. So we might as well try something else. Try a different topic.
Well, I've just had a look at your thing. You let me get this.
Wait, what?
Let me
Oh, you're gonna look through the topics? Okay.
yeah.
All right. That's good.
Oh,
I wonder if I click it, will it open? Yeah, it opens different tab. Oh, it points to how to debate me. That's the wrong thing. It should be debate topics. Let me change the link.
how many do you get? Is this
What?
is this a regular thing for you?
I do it.
Like, I mean, do people? Is it a debate thing? Because I quite like doing debates. Is there? What's it like? Is there a lot of
I debate every morning.
call for debating?
I mean, I go on Discord every morning for 1 hour and every night for 1 hour, and I debate people. Like last night, we debated the Spanish flu, and a little bit of racism, mathematical definition of racism. Didn't go well with with some people. Usually it's very emotional. People get very triggered, like the Spanish flu, the lefties, they need the Spanish flu to be so dangerous. So when you presented them a theory that actually it wasn't dangerous, no one basically died from the Spanish flu, it was a misunderstanding, the data our data is shite, then they lose their minds because lefties need to panic. So,
Are
but
you not a lefty then?
no, I am anti-panic. I don't panic about anything. I mean, I, you know, I'm a productive member of society. I don't need to cry wolf. Lefties are basically, they're the guys that cry wolf. The story of the guard, the shepherd that cried wolf. So they say that no one believed him the third time, but actually it's the reverse. The more he cries wolf, the more he makes money because he pretends that there's danger. So then he says, "Okay, pay me more," and they keep paying him more and more and more and more. And that's basically the growth of leftism. We just pay government employees to panic. They just we pay them to cause panic. So they cause panic. Right now they're destroying the banking system because they're paid to destroy. They're paid to just sow panic. That's their job description. They're not productive members of society.
In your opinion, right?
Well, everything is in my opinion. 1 + 1 = 2 is in my opinion. Or against, whatever. Of course, this universe is in my opinion. That's why there's no objective truth. There's no objective knowledge. Everything is in my opinion, including the thesis that there is no access to objective knowledge. That's just my opinion. So, did you find anything interesting in my list of topics?
Yeah, I've outlined it there in
You've-
your manifesto. You don't seem to have changed it.
Oh, so what do you want to do? Do you want to choose a
Well,
topic or not?
that's you've got a lie wrote in your thing, haven't you?
A lie? Tell me.
Yeah.
I'll tell me the lie, and if you're right. I mean, a lie needs.
I did hear another guy saying today, we'll get rid of the fact that we can't trust you first,
Yeah,
right?
so what if you cannot trust me? You don't need to trust your debate partner. There's no reason to
You
trust.
can just assume you're lying then, right?
You can. I mean, you when you debate, you need to ignore the person you're debating. You cannot reference the person you're debating. That's an ad hominem. Like you need to assume that the person you're debating is just a lawyer representing a position. It doesn't make any sense to discuss the lawyer. If you start discussing the lawyer, the judge is going to say, "What are you doing?" The judge is not going to understand where you're taking you know, what you're saying is, I'm going to take the lawyer that's like prosecuting me, and I'm going to place him on the witness stand. The judge is not going to let you do that. That doesn't make any sense. That and then you're going to cross-examine the lawyer that's prosecuting you. That doesn't make any sense. You need to reference only whatever claims that lawyer is making, not the lawyer himself. If you need to
Okay.
prove,
Well, so you go. No, no. Look, you say if you want to put yourself in the position of the lawyer, which is a very grandiose sort of thing, but I mean that's you. This is your manifesto. Number 3.
number
You
3,
say it's even got a me as though you're saying it, right? And you say,
wait,
I don't distinguish between humans and animals. I eat them both.
I already
I
explained.
am amoral.
Hold on. First of all, let me put the pay. So you're referring to what I already told you I would correct. I just didn't get to it. So you want me to
Well,
correct
that's why I asked you. Yeah, I said, have you corrected it? And you said no.
It's fine. Here we go. I'll correct it in real time. So you say number 3. I don't distinguish between humans now. I would eat them both. It's not just I would eat them both. I claim anyone would eat them both. It's not nothing to do with me. This is not my proposition. My proposition is that this is how the universe works. So I believe that you would eat them both. That's my proposition. Nothing to do with me. I'm just a lawyer. Publish. Done. All right, so you can refresh and you'll see the correction. I'll copy paste it for you if you want. Here's the correction. So I don't distinguish between humans and animals. I believe that you would eat them both. So I believe that you don't distinguish between humans and animals. That's my claim. If you want to prove me wrong about that, go ahead. But I am convinced that no one distinguishes between humans and animals. So let me fix that too. I believe that you don't distinguish between humans and animals, and that you would eat them both. That's my claim. That's my proposition. That's because you are amoral. There is
what
no.
do you reckon?
Mm-hmm.
What do you reckon if me
Mm-hmm.
personally consider humans rational animals? So I do distinguish between humans and animals. What about that?
That is called virtue signaling. So according to rational theory, you want to optimize your life and you would do anything.
No, we just say that there is a difference between humans and animals.
There's a difference between humans and humans. There's a difference between a human now and a human a microsecond from now. There's that doesn't say anything.
Yeah, but the thing that separates humans from animals is the ability to rationalize things.
Well,
which is sort of goes into your 28th one again.
One second, let me just plug my computer to the power source. I had to run away from my workstation because my owner doesn't like that I'm around. So I need, yeah. Yeah, I need to hide. I'm always in hiding.
What, from debating?
No, I don't hide from
They're not
debating.
impressed about your debate skills.
Probably not. She probably thinks that I'm a complete waste. Yeah, that I'm no good. Last night,
So what are you doing it for then? Like,
I'm doing
your
it.
debates.
It's for myself. I mean, I wanna figure things out. Like when I talk to you, it clears up things for me.
Really?
Of course. What do you mean? When you talk, when you try to convince someone of something, as you're trying to go through the conviction, you suddenly realize, wait a minute, this is all wrong, as Greta Thunberg says. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be here. I should be at school. At school. But you. Anyway, so there you go.
Totally good. So
Mhm.
you said, right, in your 28th one
28 1.
is you're 28,
Like,
unless you've changed that.
let
No, you can't have
me
changed it because I've just got a screenshot of it.
let me go to 28. Everything you say, I need to copy paste so that everybody sees it. Oh, okay, 28. So copy.
When you say everyone, is that on your YouTube?
When I say everyone, what?
Is that on your YouTube if you got a...
What do you mean, everyone? What are you referring to?
I don't know. You said you need to copy and paste it so everyone can see.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
There's like debate channels around here. Well, that's mainly.
If you can point me to actual debate channels, that be.
Well, sort of. Do you do Shape of the Earth?
You mean flat Earth stuff?
Well, Shape of the Earth.
What?
Because there's a lot of them around here. We know a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to debate anyone, but I don't want to debate too much of one thing because it gets boring. I want to mix, always mix it up as much as possible.
Okay.
But any debate channel you're familiar with, if you can DM me or whatever, like send me joins, like if you can send me all the servers that you're registered to, so I can also register on these servers, that'd be terrific. So you want to discuss 28? So 28 says.
Well,
Mhm.
I think you said you had something last time that we never had a chance to go over. You did something. I can't quite remember what it was, but you said that you'd drawn something up. Oh, the law of identity. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, I have a proof the law of identity is incorrect. Yeah, it's really very interesting because see what happened after I spoke to you. So when I spoke to you the first time, and I felt like the law of identity, something is wrong with it. I didn't know exactly what. I wasn't comfortable with my objection. So, I mean, like what is a cat? You can argue it's not clear, but then I came up with the proof. So the proof is, let's assume you're a brain in a vat. So a brain in a vat has absolutely no inputs, and also let's say you have no memory. You just came into being. You have no memory of anything, no knowledge.
But I have. You can't wipe somebody's memory like that.
Yes. Wait.
No.
First of all, that doesn't matter. I mean, we're running a what do you call it? Hypothesis.
Okay, you're running a scenario, are you?
Yeah, but it has a name. Like a simulation.
But you wouldn't ask me to imagine something that's impossible for me to imagine, would you?
Why is it impossible?
Like let's keep it in.
Why is it?
Let's keep it in the realms of reality, right?
What's so difficult to imagine that you?
I can't imagine a brain in a vat, and I can't imagine.
Can you imagine
in the position of a brain in the vat?
No, of course you can imagine being deaf, for example, right? You can pretend being deaf. You can plug your ears really, really well until you hear absolutely nothing. Or you can go into a quiet chamber and there's absolutely no input. Then you can close your eyes until it's completely dark and you have no input. They actually have these tanks that you float in, floating tanks like salt water that you go into them, and there's zero input. You can't even hear your own breathing because it absorbs literally every noise, and you're floating on water and you have zero input. And people claim that they have these incredible experiences. I don't know, they lose their minds. You can't be there for too long. Anyway, my point is, you can imagine getting rid of all the inputs. Then you can imagine losing your memory. I mean, people lose their memories all the time. So now let's combine everything. So you lost all your memories and you have no inputs. Now let's say you also have no outputs. Like we make you right. There's people who are completely immobile, like Stephen Hawkins or something. He was completely
He's
basic.
dead.
Right, but he could only blink, so let's even take that away. We took your eyes away, so you cannot control anything. Some people cannot even control their own breathing. It's that bad. I mean, just take away all your outputs, all your inputs, all your memories, and now you don't even remember that there is a cat. So you don't even remember the word cat. Right? Some people, they get hit in the head and they lose their ability to speak. They have to relearn speaking. So let's say you don't remember any word. You just don't remember anything. At this point, you wouldn't imagine anything. You would not imagine even the law of identity.
Yeah, but you don't imagine you could get rid of the law of identity
But
by putting yourself in that
the law
scenario, do you?
the law of identity needs you to be aware of things, right? You're saying a thing is
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't say so.
but so what is the law of identity? If you have no experience of things, then you cannot reference a thing. Like like imagine. I mean, we're already doing the brain of that. Another example is, let's say you wake up from this reality. Let's say you wake up and you discover, oh, you were just plugged into a matrix. And in this universe that you wake up into, the actual reality, there are no things. It's just, it's a complete void. There's no such thing as a thing. Well, you still have your memory from the simulation, so that wouldn't work out. But 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 okay, going back to the brain of that, when we took away your memory, so you have no knowledge of a thing. Why would you think of a thing? There's no reason to think of it.
No, the identity of whatever you see will still have an
But
identity,
but
right?
we took away your eyes. You don't see and you don't remember seeing.
The thing will still have an identity.
What thing? You have no experience of a thing. Why would you ever think of a thing? Anyway, that's my. Well, look, it's just a simulation. But the point is, the law of identity is, it depends on our experience of experiencing things, which is.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, does it or doesn't? I don't know. I'm at least I'm at least ambiguous. I'm at least agnostic about it. I think so. I don't think I don't think it's a law. I mean, you could say that it's our experience that a thing is a thing, but if it's our experience, then that's garbage. I don't care for experience. Experience is garbage. That's empirical. That's not logical, right? We separate, right, the universe into empirics and logic. Logic is not supposed to depend on empirics. Logic doesn't depend on statistics, on experience. Experience is a contamination of your thoughts, is a bias.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I think Aristotle came up, or Plato, I don't remember who came up with this idea. They hated empirics. That's why they hated science. They this is the world of the ideals, and and just that's the
Okay.
whole thing of philosophizing. Just don't go to the lab and do research because it doesn't mean anything. Reality is a toilet. You might as well, it it has no value. It has no truth value. It's just our experience. It could all be faked, right? It could be on drugs.
Can I take you through a few things?
Sure.
Right. Seeing as this is a build-up, have you ever heard of the law of non-contradiction?
No, I completely am unaware of anything.
Okay. Have you ever heard of the law of contradiction?
No.
Okay. Right. Let's see which one. Right. This is my check for this. Right. So we've got two questions for you. A little bit of geometry, bit of logic to start off with. Right now, you've got north, south, east, and west. They're called cardinal directions. Right.
Okay.
Now, if you were imagining north, south, east, and west, would you imagine them as two straight lines?
Sure.
Are perpendicular to each other.
Sure.
At right angles to each other, let's say.
Sure.
Okay. Right now, question 2. How many of those straight lines, the two straight lines, do you imagine are circles? None, 1, or 2. 3 options.
I mean, the way I'm imagining the globe. So I'm standing here in my office, but the line that you said north actually runs all the way and hits me in the back of the head. And the line that you call east runs to the right, but then rotates around the earth and hits me on my left ear. It goes so these are circles, but that's just the way I imagine them. Two straight lines. It's like in flat earth, like in my vicinity that I perceive the earth to be flat, they look like straight lines. But if you follow the curvature of the earth, then they're circles. But I don't know what you meant when you said, imagine north, south, east, west. I mean, what did you mean? It depends on what you meant. I don't know what you meant. So I imagined something that I don't know where you're taking the storyline, the story arc.
Okay, well, we'll go with it, right?
Okay.
So, you can see in the live chat, can you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we're going to be. We've got these things.
What do you mean in the live chat? The last thing is what I pasted. Oh,
no,
live chat.
No,
I
you're
see.
we are. Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay. So the cognitive dissonance check, right? 2 questions.
1 second. Let me scroll all the way down.
I've put another one in there. Don't go to the last one.
Don't go to the last one. The one before.
Yeah.
Cognitive dissonance.
Northeast, southwest.
Check in 2 questions. How Q2W? How many of the 2 straight lines do you imagine are circles? None, 1 or 2. So
you said 2.
You didn't specify, so I went with 2. Do you imagine?
Yeah.
The cardinal directions of north, south, and east, west are lines at right angles to each other. How could you imagine straight lines as circles? As I said, also according to Einstein's curved space-time, the universe itself could be curved. So you might do your best to measure a straight line, but you fire it off forwards, it's going to run around the universe and hit you back against the back of your head.
Is that a straight line, though?
It depends on the definition of a straight line.
Exactly.
If space...
That's why we were talking about logic.
No, like you're talking about Cartesian coordinates, but there is...
No, we're just talking about a straight line. That's these questions, right?
A straight line...
They're just asking.
No, a straight line in curved space. If the space is curved, then a straight line curves in the curved space. That's just definitions. I understand what you're saying, but I mean, Einstein used curved coordinate space instead of Cartesian or something. I'm not even too sure about all that, but
okay.
Anyway,
So yeah, we got that. So then the next one says, do you believe or can you imagine where a place where the only direction is south? Can you imagine somewhere where south is every direction?
I mean, that sounds like it sounds like a black hole. So in a black hole,
Place where there is no east and west.
I mean, the way we view reality is three-dimensional. So, but that's again, that's just our experience. You know, you're asking me to like you said, you have no experience of other than three dimensions. So, right, I told you imagine you're a marine event. You said I can't. So you're asking me also to imagine something that I'm not used to. So
I'm imagining you to see if you can imagine somewhere where east and west disappear and every direction is south.
It's difficult, but I mean, if I strain my mind, I mean, what does it mean to imagine? I mean, what's actually happening when we imagine? Right?
I know.
Yeah, can you
Good,
hear
isn't
me?
it?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
You talking to me?
absolutely.
Wait, what?
You said, what does it mean to imagine?
Right. I mean, now you're actually going right. Your entire understanding of logic, really behind the scenes, unbeknownst to you, it really depends on brain science. It really depends on how your mind.
Brain science?
Right. Like,
Is that like philosophy sort of shit?
no, that's actually empirics. Like, how do we actually think? What are thoughts? Right? Because we know that behind the scenes, it's just neurons communicating with each other by pinging each other, like with spikes, electric spikes, and chemical. They just like use chemicals to communicate with each other. All that's going on in your mind when you're thinking is just neurons spiking and communicating with each other with simple chemicals, very basic chemicals um if you know the rules of how neurons communicate are very simple. So what does it mean to imagine? I mean, can a single neuron imagine?
Are you saying that's quite hard to imagine?
At the end of the day, we're not thinking. Right? And you agree that a single neuron. Are you at all familiar with brain science?
No, not at all.
Okay, so like the way the brain works.
Are you?
Yes, that's actually my job. Yeah.
Your job's brain science?
Yeah, I'm actually a brain.
Wow, and debating twice a day.
Excuse me?
And debating.
You're debating what?
When you said your job is brain science, but you do debating as a side?
Yeah, just just like to relax.
So can you imagine this?
And
You putting all of your brain science together.
The question is, what does it mean to imagine? I mean,
no, the question is, can you imagine a place where every direction would be south?
I can try. Right, because you're completely.
You said something here about a globe, though, didn't you? Can you not imagine a place on the globe?
But you agree
where every direction is south?
Right, but you
can't even imagine that.
But you agree that you're completely ignoring, for example, up and down, and you're ignoring time, and you're ignoring.
Not with north and south, surely not. North and south doesn't involve up and down.
I mean, then you're limiting the imagination to a particular location, I guess, on Earth. If it's in outer space, and again, the problem is the curvature of the universe and the multiverse. I mean,
does north and south exist in outer space in your mind? Is it still a Is it still a thing in outer space? It sounds fantastic. Do you reckon they have a north, south, east, and west in outer space?
I mean, it depends on the definition, you know. I mean, what is the?
Is that where you went to whenever I said, "Can you imagine it"? Did you try and imagine a place where there is only south in outer space?
I'm trying to. I don't even know where you're going with this simulation. So
Well, this is just a quick. First off, it's a cog disc check. You've passed that one fantastically. Now we're going into the further advanced, right? So, can you imagine a place where there is no east and west?
so
And the
all you're
only
saying,
direction
it's-
for you to travel in would be south.
so all you're saying is that when I look north, I see north, but then I turn to the left, and as I turn to the left, the view is not turning. It's like I'm unable to turn. I'm always, as much as I turn, I'm always seeing the north. And I'm holding a compass and I'm turning, but the compass is always is always pointing to the north, even as I'm turning. And I
It's
look,
always pointing to you.
excuse me.
It's always pointing to you, right? Because south is pointing away from you, always.
Yeah, but you're asking me to imagine that all directions are north, that everywhere I look
No.
is north.
No. I'll give you the question again. Do you believe or can you imagine a place where the only direction is south?
Tell me where you're going with this. I mean, this is, I'm not, I find it, you know, a little bit boring or even very boring. I'm not, we need to debate. I'm here to debate. So this is,
Yeah, I'm taking you through these questions. Yeah,
no. I'm boring my,
Is it because you're scared?
yeah. It's because I'm
The
scared.
next
Yeah, I'm
step's going to
scared.
really freak you out.
Just yeah, go. Let's just run through it quickly. I don't want to waste too much time. I mean, we've
What about
already.
then? Can you see the other one?
I don't see anything new.
Can you see the contradiction? But
I've
you
been
didn't
looking at
really
this all
get
this
past the
time.
earlier one.
I've been looking at this all this time. I thought this is what we're
The
talking about.
contradiction. Well, we were talking about the south one, but now this one, right?
Okay.
Can you imagine both of those places existing?
I could do anything, you know. It's just.
Well, if you can imagine it, then can you see the contradiction?
I could see the contradiction if you want me to see the contradiction. If you don't want me to see,
what's the contradiction?
I mean, it's not what's the contradiction. If you want me to see a contradiction, I can explain to you that there is a contradiction. If you want me to
give us one of the contradictions with that, then, where it says, "Can you see the contradiction?" Just name it.
I mean,
name one of them.
I mean, north and south are supposed to be opposites, and the two compasses are one is saying everything is north, the other one is saying everything is south. So, if you assume that north and south are opposites and by definition cannot be the same thing, then there is a contradiction by definition. It's just, I mean, it just depends on many definitions, many assumptions.
Okay.
It basically depends on what you want to conclude. If you want to conclude that there is a contradiction, I can create a contradiction. If you want me to assume that there is no contradiction, then I can.
Oh no, there's definitely a contradiction with that.
No, there is not definitely anything. It's whatever it is that you want it to be.
Contradiction there.
I can easily tell you, fine. I mean, there is no. If it would have said, can you see that there is no contradiction? I would have said, sure, I can see that there is no contradiction. If that's what you want me to see, I can imagine that, fine, there is no. So in that universe, north and south are interchangeable for some reason. I don't care. I mean, they actually are, because there are circles at the end of the day. And even in an infinitely curving universe, there are still circles. So they are the same. And it's just definitions. As you said, there is no north and south in space. So north and south are very dependent. Like, they're not objective. They're very dependent on, like, it's only on Earth, and it's only because of the magnetic field of the Earth. I mean, it's like, there's so many assumptions in this discussion, which makes it.
Let's work through it with you. In the left picture,
Yeah.
where would you be stood?
In the left picture, where would I be
Yeah.
stood?
Yeah.
What do you mean stood? Where would I be standing?
Because I don't think you've got it this yet.
Wherever
It
wherever
says, can you imagine a place? Right. So it's a
yes.
physical
Imagine
location.
imagine
Now,
you're having a
okay.
dream and everywhere is north. What's the problem? You can dream anything. You can dream contradictions. Like in your dream,
Yeah. This is a place.
but you said imagine. All right, this is
Yeah.
boring.
In
Okay,
reality,
this is
can
no,
you?
it's too boring. Okay, let's pick another topic. This is too boring. I don't see where we're going. I already explained to you. I'm explaining to you again and again. I mean, the I mean,
Okay.
we're stuck at the law of identity, and I'm explaining to you that the law of identity is just our experience, and in reality, there are no things. Things are just our experience, and our experience is garbage. So the law of identity is garbage. It's just
Well, yeah. According to you, yes, because
yes, everything is according to me. Everything
you
I'm.
turned a straight line into a circle.
I didn't
That
do
was you did
anything.
that at the beginning.
All right, you want me to turn it into something else? It's in my imagination. I can do
It's the
anything.
law of identity we're discussing.
The law of identity depends, I believe, depends. My intuition is it depends on our experience, that we experience things. A brain in a vat that has no experience would never assume there are things. It wouldn't think of anything. It would probably.
Brain in a vat wouldn't be living, would it?
Why not? You can hook it up
How
to
are you going to keep a brain going?
very
What?
easily.
So it thinks. So the brain still thinks and operates.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can have the brain think and
You've
operate.
done this.
Have I done this?
Hmm.
Actually, that's my work, as I said. So, but I have NDA, so I'm not gonna
He's a
go.
brain
I'm not
scientist.
gonna go into details. But I mean, obviously, there's no
What?
issue.
So have you ever seen a brain alive in a jar?
Yes,
In a
yes,
vat or
yes.
anything
It's
like
an
that?
actual technology that people are implementing. It's all over the place.
Science.
Yes.
Brain science.
Yes. All right. This is getting boring. Let's do something productive. You wanna pick another topic maybe from the list, like something
Are you getting stuck? Something is
He
it because it's
doesn't.
not on the list?
you.
But we
He
were
doesn't hold
going on the
back,
list.
does he? Telling people that they're boring.
I mean, I'm
We were
streaming.
working through a sort
All
of a
right.
conversation for the logic one for
Fine.
your
Let's
23, is it?
continue. Let's continue. Yes.
Well, we were working out for the law of either non-contradiction or the law of contradiction.
All right.
You've never heard of either of
I
them.
never heard, but the word contradiction, it's just a word that,
Uh-huh.
right? As you said, can you imagine a contradiction? Can you imagine the same thing is not a contradiction? My answer was yes. If you want me to imagine something is a contradiction, I will. If you want me to imagine it's not, I will not. You can tell me, can you imagine that 1 plus 1 equals 2 and 1 plus 1 equals 3? Can you imagine that it's a contradiction? Yeah, that's very
It is definitely a
no,
contradiction because you
nothing.
can't
Nothing
have.
is definite. It's just our experience.
No, it's the same.
No,
It's the
just
same
our
sum, so
no.
you can't have different
Yeah, you can
outcomes.
have, of course, you can have. You can imagine a universe in which every time you add 1 plus 1, you get 3. It's that. It's
No,
yes, yes,
no, because
yes. You can imagine a universe.
absolutely not.
Imagine it.
I can't imagine
It's
a straight
very.
line being a circle.
All right. Look, I can. What do you want me to do?
A circle. I
I can.
see, this is
What do you want me to do?
this is why you want to debate logic, and you don't seem to understand the fundamental laws that
But they're
most of
not
us live by.
laws. Fine,
I think we all live by it.
you can live by the laws. I live by the laws. You just have to realize these laws are a game that humans created, just like the legal system, in order to get along, so that we all have a baseline we can communicate.
Who do you think
It evolved.
decided that
Like,
straight lines can be circles?
look, either they can or they cannot. Whatever. I don't even know what you want me to say. You want me to say they cannot be
We're
circles?
talking about the law of identity.
Okay, I don't know what you want. I honestly don't know what you want. Whatever
Well, you want to debate, don't you?
No, I don't know what you want me to say.
That's what it's
No, I
you're
don't know.
23.
I don't know what you want me to say. If the
I don't.
if you-
It's not up to what I want you
but
to
I
say.
don't know where
You're meant to be debating.
I don't know where you're
aren't
taking.
you?
I don't know where you're taking the conversation.
Your topics.
I don't know where you.
Your topic is 1 + 1 = 2 is not a true statement.
Correct.
Right now, we've already decided that you don't want the law of identity. You've included the middle. You don't know whether it's the law of non-contradiction or the law of contradiction, because you say people have to tell you whether you want to contradict yourself or not, and you've definitely got no sufficient cause, so you're not doing very well. Now you're number 28.
I have no idea what you
right?
just said. I did not
I
follow
know.
anything
I
you
understand
said.
that.
All right.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
It sounds like a foreign language, doesn't it?
No, you're misquoting me left and right. It's as if you don't understand the fundamental things I'm trying to explain to you. When you try to repeat what I'm saying, you're completely misconstruing what I said. So I don't know. Are you?
Can I ask?
Yes,
something?
yes,
Can I ask
please.
you why do you always go to imagination though? Because is that where this is all based in? Is that why do you sort of say I can imagine this and I can imagine that when Bev's asking you about the law of non-contradiction?
What do you want?
Like a straight line being curved.
What do you want me to?
You're saying when I imagine it, I'm talking about in reality now.
I don't know, but
if you
I don't
were
know.
to think, if
I don't know.
If you had a straight
I don't know.
line in front of you,
I don't know.
would it be straight?
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean in front of me? How far does it extend? Because when you say, I immediately think of infinity. Like, where does it extend to? I mean, if it's on Earth and it revolves around the Earth, if we're in outer space and it extends to infinity, but then it depends if the universe is curved on
itself. Can you not go infinitely round in a circle?
If the universe is curved on itself, then it curves back. It depends on the curvature of space.
Infinitely.
Well, it depends on the curvature of the universe, and as far as I know, it's
what
almost
the straight line does.
Of course,
the straight line depends on the curvature of the universe.
I mean, okay, unless you want.
In order for it to be straight.
Okay, if you want.
Or in order for it
if
to.
you want,
curve.
exactly as I said, it depends on what you want. Whatever you want, you tell me what you want.
It's a straight line.
Fine. You want the straight line to not curve with space. You want it to just be completely straight. Fine. What's the question then?
What do you mean completely straight?
Like it doesn't obey the laws of geometry. It ignores. It's Cartesian.
The laws of geometry.
You assume Cartesian.
Are you sure that's a thing?
You assume Cartesian.
Do you go with the laws of geometry?
No, it's Cartesian geometry. So you want to go with Cartesian. It's this very special
Cartesian geometry. It's not.
Fine. It's a geometry.
It's not Cartesian geometry.
What do you mean? It's not curved, right? There's curved and there's Cartesian. There's many geometries. One of them is Cartesian. Others are not. Fine. You want to go with like 90 degrees straight lines, whatever. Fine.
Yeah, we'll go with geometry, right?
Fine. What you call geometry? Okay. What about it?
Yeah, the one where squares and triangles and circles are.
Fine.
Squares,
I know.
Triangles and circles.
Fine.
That one, right?
Yes. Okay. No problem.
Okay. Now, can you imagine a square as a circle?
No, I cannot.
But you can imagine a straight line as a circle.
No, if we're talking about the Cartesian and infinitely Cartesian geometric space, then no.
Okay, right. Well, let's go with that then. With the first one, can we go back to that first question again then? Do you imagine the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, are lines at right angles to each other?
Sure.
Okay. Now, how many of those straight lines that you've just made there do you imagine are circles?
None.
Brilliant. None.
Correct.
Okay. That's a proper answer. Last time you said something about the globe, didn't you? And it made you turn. No, I didn't. No, I did not want you to turn straight lines into circles.
No, I didn't.
You did that yourself.
No,
I mean,
no.
Are you sure you want to go with these straight lines being straight? With not
but you
circles,
have to let me speak.
I mean, you're in a bit of a position. Yeah, for yourself. Go on.
Look, it's I didn't turn anything into anything. I didn't know what you want me to imagine. How many? I already said this many times. I didn't know what do you want me to imagine? I'll imagine whatever you want me to imagine. You want Cartesian coordinates, infinite Cartesian coordinates. Yeah, then infinite Cartesian coordinates. Yeah, straight lines. You have two north, south, east, west. It's just two straight lines that intersect 90 degrees. Fine. It depends on what you want. It's nothing to do with me. It's what do you want?
I
You
wouldn't say so. I could be testing you for these other debate channels, right, to see whether I let you
I
into
don't
them.
care. I don't know what that even means. I'm giving you the answer. I'm thinking this is what you want to hear because I'm waiting for the.
That's not a very good debate.
It's
Are you
not.
sure
We're
that's
not.
one of your debate
But we're
tactics?
not debating right now because I don't have a
I
position.
thought it was your number 28. You wanted
You
to
want to discuss
debate
number
about logic.
28 about 1 + 1
And
equals.
that's what we are doing, yeah.
No, we're not. This is. We're not debating that. So you want to debate? Okay, so
Yeah.
1 + 1 = 2 is not a true statement. We've been through this. We can go through it again. It's nothing to do with geometry.
What do you think 1 and 1 is? There's straight lines, right?
No.
1 is the unit.
The point is there is no 1. 1 is undefined, right? That's the point.
Undefinable. Elemental.
It's definable.
Like a straight line.
No, it's
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
1 is just like the straight. It's even shaped like a straight line, strangely enough.
Look, 1 can be defined, is definable. People define 1
as a unit.
It doesn't matter as what. People define
like a straight line.
Stop.
Not an infinite straight line, but a defined straight line. That's the unit.
Stop.
Same as 1.
Stop. You're
like 1 meter.
Okay, look, you can
1 foot.
Look, you can
1 inch.
Stop. Look,
straight lines,
stop.
right? They are straight lines,
Let me
right?
talk.
Units.
Okay, you're not letting me talk. Come on, you're not being nice. Look, 1 is definable however you want. There's a customary definition of 1. Yeah, but it's a definition. It's an assumption. It's an axiom. It's whatever you want it to be. I'll go along. We'll have a discussion. We'll go to the bank. Hold on. We'll go to the bank and we'll count for you $1. We can do it. We can come to agreements and live in peace and harmony together. But that's just an agreement. It's a social construct. It's nothing to do with truth. Nothing.
It does give you something to base the relative about, right? Once you know 1, the unit, you can then say, ooh, double.
No,
Three,
nothing.
4.
No,
Yeah, once you define the unit.
No.
No, that's
let me talk.
terrible debate.
Let me talk. Look, you say something, you have to stop and let me explain to you where you're wrong.
Yeah, but you weren't saying anything. You were just saying no and repeating
You're not letting me talk. I'm trying to get you to stop. You said once you know 1, I told you no, and you kept on talking. No, I never said I know 1. I said it's definable. We can define it. We can do many things. Nothing to do with no. I don't know anything. I know whatever you define, but I don't know 1. 1 is, I don't know what that is. It's undefined. 1 is undefined.
If you say 1 meter, you say you wouldn't know what we meant.
1 meter, we can agree. It could be an agreement. It could be a contract, right? The 1 meter is in a museum in France or somewhere. It's a thing. It's an agreement. It's a unit, right? It's an international unit or whatever.
Exactly. Now we're getting
That's
there.
not truth. That's not truth. That's an empirical piece of evidence. It's not truth.
It's straight line though, right? It's not curved and it's not a circle.
Look, you were now discussing 1 meter, and the same goes for 1 kilo.
Yes, we're talking about why I brought the straight line in. For the understanding of what a straight line
is. Okay, I don't care about.
For the law of identity. Straight is the best thing for you to define.
But you saw how incredibly complicated the discussion about a line is, and at the end of the day, it's just an agreement. I can agree with you on whatever you want. It's just an agreement. It's not truth.
For straight,
you're conflating a contract.
You have to have.
Listen, please.
You have to have an understanding for yourself what straight is.
Let me say something. You're conflating a contract between me and you and the truth, in the universal truth. We can have a contract that defines what one is, but that has nothing to do with the universal truth. Nothing. We can have a contract. I'll sign it. You'll sign it. We'll write it out. Exactly what one is. We could do it, and we can live in peace and harmony. That has nothing to do with the universal truth. Nothing. It's just a contract. You're not going to tell me that a contract between two people has to do with the universal truth. It's just a contract. It's just an agreement. It's just a social construct. That's all it is. I'm reducing your universal truth about what is one. I'm reducing it to its real proportions. It's undefined objectively. It's just a word. It evolved. It's just a social construct. It has no intrinsic meaning, universal meaning. It only has a contractual
It
meaning.
does, though,
No,
doesn't it? It has a
no.
universal meaning. Of course
One
it
does
does.
not exist in any universe. One does not. We have no knowledge of one. I've never gone down the street and met
Straight.
one.
Straight does, though.
Wait, you agree that one does not exist?
One is a number, a unit given so we can represent a value of something.
Yeah.
Normally,
it's practical.
through the meaning and understanding of a
Yes.
straight line.
No, forget it. Stop conflating straight lines with ones. Nothing to do with each other. One could be also a circle, could be a triangle, one could be a kilogram, it could be a cloud, it could be a
weight,
dream,
yes, but
a thought.
The best way to describe it is through the straight line.
No,
that's why we
I don't care.
it is because it's the most fundamental.
I don't know what best means, but
understandable.
I don't know what best means. Okay, we're out of time. I gotta go.
Okay, that was interesting.
I mean, hopefully in time.
Do you do an after show on your own?
I don't think so. I'm just gonna make my concluding remarks. That's what I usually do.
Okay. Do you want to do that here?
No, because then we're going to start getting again into a discussion.
No, I'm pretty sure everybody would want to know your concluding remarks. You may as well.
No, usually I make my concluding remarks like I sit and I deliberate with myself. Like I need to be open-minded with myself, and as long as you're listening, it's not going to be as good. I mean, you can watch, you can go to the YouTube channel, you can listen, but I need to do this on my own. I need to be
something you need to work through on your own, I imagine.
I need those few seconds on my own to see where my mind takes me. But I'll be back. I'm probably going to stop streaming at night because it's such a mess. I'll just do mornings, 11 a.m. Eastern. Are you in Britain?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're like in London?
No.
Liverpool?
Near.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I just threw a name in the air. I would not know where Liverpool is in a million years. I'm not familiar with. I used to fly flight simulators around England, but that was many years ago. Anyway,
you used to fly flight simulators.
Yeah, in flight simulators, it's basically the same. You fly around, you see all the views. It's nice. It's very similar to real life flight.
Straight lines?
Exactly, straight lines. That's exactly it.
The straight
lines. Absolutely straight. In a computer simulation, the computer doesn't think ahead. It's only calculating whatever limited space you are in. Obviously, it cannot calculate infinities. So it has to decide on a certain scene. Within the scene, it projects, whatever it thinks reality should look like. So it's always finite. So nothing is infinite. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you. If I stream tonight, I'll see you, or maybe tomorrow morning. Tonight you go to right when I stream at 11 p.m. That's like 5 a.m. for you, or 4 a.m. So that's not good. So maybe I'll see you tomorrow at 11. We can talk some more.
Okie dokie.
All right, Bev, try
You
thinking.
can make sure you fix your things as well.
Fix my thing easy? Fix my what?
Yeah. Well, I'll sort you a logic for you, right? I'll get you a logical argument.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
I'll sort you well, because you want to sort of debate logic. and
I
that's
don't.
sort of
I
our thing here.
honestly. I mean, I think we've squeezed this topic to its limits. I think we've gone beyond.
I don't think
Fine.
so. We haven't even gone over a statement within logic.
But yeah, these are just contractual agreements. Do you understand what I'm saying by that? Logic is just a game. It's a soccer game with soccer rules. It's insignificant. You're treating soccer like it's a holy grail, like it's from the gods. It's not. It's just a man-made game. That's my point. You need to reduce
There are
it.
straight lines on the pitch.
Excuse me?
There are straight lines on the football pitch.
Exactly.
There are straight lines on the football pitch.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
so you call it
Are those ones straight?
you call it football. We in America we call it soccer. Don't ask me why. So you guys don't have soccer at all, but you have rugby. Your rugby is basically American football, like with more gear, and your football is our soccer. Yeah, but no one here plays soccer. Anyway,
Mhm.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow morning.
When you come back,
Excuse-
bring some evidence of a brain in a vat that's actually functioning.
You can just
I'd like to see that.
I can Google it in 1 minute.
Think about it. Google it.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
have been growing.
Is it a pit? Have you seen videos? Have you ever seen? Because you say you work with brains.
I'm a brain theoretician. I don't have a wet lab.
Science. Brain science.
Yeah.
Theoretical brain science, right?
Yes.
That's what you said.
Okay.
Theoretical,
Not practical.
isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
it's not practical. No, I don't do anything practical.
You've not got into the practical side.
No, I
of
don't
it
do.
yet.
I'm completely impractical. That's me. All right, I gotta go before I start getting zapped. See you tomorrow, guys. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
The
All right. So take care. All right, let's have some closing thoughts. But first, there's like 2 comments. So Askin Receive says, "What kind of person typically listens to this nonsense?" Obviously nobody. I think debates are very popular these days. It's just that my channel, what I'm trying to do, I mean, at one point, I'm gonna try and debate other people, like other YouTubers who do debates. Like Destiny does a lot of debates. Like I just need to get on their channels, but a lot of them just do debates all the time. There's a lot of very big channels that do a lot of debates. But it's, like everything else, it's difficult to get off the ground. It's difficult to get momentum. It's not that what kind of person typically listens. A lot of people listen, but specifically not to my channel, to debates in general. I mean, you can learn the most from a debate. Like if you don't understand something and you listen to a debate, you would probably learn much faster than if you would just listen to a lecture. Like when you listen to a lecture and the teacher, whatever he explains, it's the truth, then you really, it's difficult to judge. You just accept it as truth, as dogma, as God given. But when you listen to a debate, suddenly it reduces, both sides reduce each other to, to the technical nitty gritty. And then you understand, oh, it's just nonsense. Now I understand both sides are actually human sized. There's nothing God given in the truth. And now that we have reduced it, now I can understand both sides of this coin and I can see the complexity of the issue. And it's not like the one lecturer presented it like this is so straightforward and so obvious. Because when I teach, when I'm speaking here now, it's like everything I'm saying, it's like the word of God. It's prophecy. It's obviously true. But then when I debate people, suddenly they start poking at my position, and then you realize, oh, so what Mr. Slave is saying, it's not so crisp and clear and crystal. It's actually more ambiguous. So that's the advantage of a debate, both for the debater and for the audience. So I think we should have many more debates in our society. Like when you try to look for global warming debates, it's very difficult to find global warming debates because the other side, the global warming alcoholics, the warmaholics, I call them, the hysterics. They don't want to debate because they know it's a complete lie. So that's also a debate is good because if people don't want to debate you, you know that you have the truth. Or if you debate people and they start calling you names and attacking you personally, that's also a good indication that something is wrong with the other side. So that's that. So I think debates are amazing. You can't debate somebody that thinks that reality doesn't exist. You can't debate somebody that thinks that reality doesn't. Well, you need to prove that, right? So, what's your evidence that you cannot? What do you mean you? I cannot? I can debate anyone. So you're saying I cannot debate? What do you mean by cannot debate? What would happen if I would debate? Or are you saying it would be a violation of some absolute universal truth and that space-time itself would shatter if I would try to do it? What do you mean by you can't debate? Unless what you mean is that you can't debate, like me, that I think reality doesn't exist. Why do you say that I think reality doesn't exist, and why would you not be able to debate? I have no idea what you're saying, but you're welcome to try and debate me, and we can discuss it. I don't see the issue. I mean, if you believe a position, then you can explain to me your position. We can discuss it. We can come to an agreement, and you can try and understand the other side and see the nuances and the details and the fine details and it's not. I mean, if you assume that I'm truthful, that I'm not a troll, that I'm not just doing this, as they say, to get attention. If I mean, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but um, I mean, if anyway, I never said. I don't think I ever said reality doesn't exist. We have no. I would say it's unknowable. We can never know what reality is or isn't. That's what I'm saying. We just have no access to reality because, right? You could always claim that we're in the Matrix, right? You can always claim that. I mean, you've seen the movie The Matrix, and if you haven't, then you should. Which is based on Arnold Schwarzenegger's Total Recall. It's just Total Recall. So you can watch Total Recall, right? Total Recall, they just implanted a memory, and you actually never know whether the whole movie was in his memory or was it real. Even when the movie ends and he took over Mars from the mafia, that's exactly what he asked them to implant in his memory. So the whole thing was a dream. Who says that it wasn't? So, right? It could be. It could be that you're living this life and it's just an implanted memory. You're actually at Total Recall Labs and you're just experiencing an implanted memory. So that's not that difficult to believe, or at least to imagine, right? Could be. So right, so you could always make the claim that we don't know. You could always make the claim that, well, we are in a cosmic dream. I am in a cosmic. You can always make the statement, well, I don't know, maybe I am in a cosmic dream. And what is reality? I can never know, because even if you wake up from this dream into real reality, you could still repeat the same and reclaim, well, I might still be in a dream within a dream, and I just woke up from one layer, but now I'm And the second layer, and this is an infinite regression, you can always claim that you're in a state of dream. You can never wake up from it. How do you know? How do you know if you're dreaming or in reality? So since you can never know this, then you can actually never know reality. So it's unknowable. It's just the way it is. Right? You agree with that? I didn't say anything. I'm just saying what are the possibilities? It's just always is a possibility that you can never claim is of zero probability. It's always non-zero probability. And that's not even my theory. I mean, many people believe that we might be in a simulation. It's even called the simulation hypothesis. I mean, it's a whole branch in science and in philosophy. It's nothing new. It's like when I say we might be in a simulation, people look at me as if I'm the first person to have ever come up with this idea. I don't know why you do that. So that's why, right? This is the words of Morpheus from the Matrix. When Neo asked him, all this isn't real. So Morpheus said, what is real? If by real you mean the electrical impulses that are created in your brain and so on. So what is real? Yeah. We just have we can never have access to what is real, unfortunately or fortunately. And with that thought, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to give it up. So I don't know if I'm going to be streaming tonight because I think I'm going to stop streaming at night. I'm just going to do the 11 a.m. Eastern morning shows. That's it for now, but we'll see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you, Bev Try Thinking. Thank you, Bev Try Thinking, for the discussion and for your time. And we'll see you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.